Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL by Night. Chapter 6, A Few Words for the Firing Squad. Let's meet our vampires.
My name is Leona Rohr, and I play Thomasina Elena Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo, playing Anton Krovopuskov.
Brittany Trambar-Smith, and I play Melisende.
And my name is Tyler Sutherland, and I'm playing Aaron.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. Now let's sit back and relax as we tell a vampire story. When last we left our coterie, Aaron had been taken by the Second Inquisition and is currently being kept in their facility for unknown reasons. The rest of the coterie has been given a safe house by Dot Matrix. In exploring the house, they discovered it is a former home belonging to members of the Giovanni family and their lesser family, the Rossellinis. Evidence in the house suggests that the family that originally owned it, Antonio Rossellini and Elena Giovanni and their son, had met a bloody end during the final nights. In the bedroom, they found a painting revealing Gracious Moon, the leader of the Glasswalkers, to be Elena Giovanni. So firstly, Aaron. There is a very heavy knock on your door, the sound echoing through the room. And then entering the room appears to be a doctor in a long lab coat and a tray of metal instruments rattling in his hand. And as he enters the room, he closes the door behind him. But you feel for some reason like you can't move. The man's presence is nauseating and stifling. You fall to your knees not by compulsion, but by simply feeling like all the strength has completely left your body. And you're incapable of standing anymore. It feels like you're in the deepest depths of the ocean, trying to swim upwards and failing. And he walks up and sets the tray down, and you see a row of hypodermic needles, 2 containing blue liquids, 1 containing a purple liquid, and 2 containing dark black liquids. His hand grips your hair and pulls your head to the side. At him holding you, his touch feels like it'd be burning if only he tried a little harder. Everything inside of you feels empty and burning, and at being so close, you can see a small necklace inside of his coat with a silver crucifix. And one by one, he takes each needle and injects the entirety of its contents inside you. Your world gets really hazy and cloudy, but you're still kind of with it. He lets you go and opens the door, signaling for the orderlies to get your metal container, and they drag it out of the room, and then the heavy door slams behind him, and you're left alone again.
Do I have my movement, my faculties back?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as he left, miraculously, though you're still hazy, almost a little too drunk feeling, but that oppressive feeling is gone.
Okay. Can I just take a second and collect myself and shed that aggravated damage I had last time?
Okay, give me 3 rouse checks.
It's 1 failure.
Okay. So you can get one of them gone. Because you are in a compromised state at the moment.
Yes. I'm gonna make sure I drop the second sight, the ghost sight that I had.
Okay.
It's too much. I was really hoping that I could sleep in my metal box and get a little bit of relief from the light. That's not good. I'm gonna lean back against the wall, and even though I have my ghost sight down, can I ask a few questions and, now that I know they're there, listen for some kind of response?
You can try.
Okay. I'm gonna ask, who was that?
You hear a choked voice say, "Evil."
Where am I?
No reply.
Okay. And one more. Can you tell me what you want?
The choked voice comes again and says, "Sleep."
That's both of us. I'm gonna try to get on Tilly radio for a little bit and start just humming the 1877 Cars for Kids song.
Okay.
I don't expect a response. I just want to send those vibes out there.
Okay.
That is adorable.
And I'm not feeling too hungry, but they haven't fed me in a while. So
Yep.
I am just reserving as much as I can.
Okay. All right. So now to the rest of the group. You've just seen the portrait of Mooney, someone well known to Anton and Mel. Thomasina, their recollection is new to you.
Yeah.
A courier was who brought you your contract.
This is unexpected, I would say.
Interesting, I would say.
It's pretty common for family portraits. It's okay, I guess.
You are otherwise occupied. No. This woman, Elena Giovanni, this is, from what I can tell, the current leader of the Atlanta Garu. This is the woman who is spearheading this operation. And it appears that she belonged to a well-known family of our ilk. I can assume that she was not...
She's kindred?
I can assume not. I've never...
Thomasina,
Yes.
you would know from your time that the Giovannis are largely human, but there is an inner circle of the family that is kindred. Many of the human members of the family have no idea.
You've never heard of a Garu changing a kindred, so I would assume not, but she is... How much she knew, how much she knows is uncertain.
I would say that she is a very good contact to have for the future.
I think that may determine how much she already knew, as if she already knew quite a bit, it may be coloring her her take on us even more so.
Was she the author of every...
The contract?
She was in part, wasn't she?
She wrote the contract that we have signed
Yeah.
for rescuing the Primogen.
That I signed as well.
Yes.
Think of her kind of like like our prince, very much in a presidential capacity where they probably had somebody help them create this document.
Right, that's not this event. Makes me a little less certain about the motives.
Well, we signed a contract for them to help us, and her impetus on the legality and us keeping our promises makes me think, if anything, this is potentially to our benefit. And
that's assuming she wants to stick to the letter of that contract. This looks like a complication to me.
The circumstances of her change may be closely tied to what happened here. I know her original name because her blood was among the blood that I touched in the foyer, near the chairs.
And there were G's and R's on all those plates.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Giovannis and the Rossolinis are married into each other, and I had assumed that the people whose blood I touched died, but apparently not all of them.
No.
Well, this is certainly a piece of political intrigue that we can consider in our diplomatic mission.
I think maybe we hold on to this until we need it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I do not think that letting her know that we are staying in her family house is going to buy us many favors.
No, I didn't realize that you were able to pull from blood without your tools, Anton. That was impressive.
I can do some things inherently. The more utilitarian things require the utilities, but some things come naturally, like all of us.
Well, I am appreciative of the information that you provided to us.
Do not know if it is good information, but it is information. Perhaps we leave the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of them staring at us. Can we move on to the next thing, please?
And so as you guys walk out into the hall, Hex is standing there, texting. Just, okay, cool. And
You heard that whole thing, didn't you, Hex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Telling Dot right now.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, it's good. We can't talk to anybody, so.
And she stops and goes, actually, do y'all want to keep that to yourself?
I would like to, if you do not mind, unless you feel that Dot would be severely angry if she did not know.
She just clicks it shut and goes, y'all wandered off without me.
Then there we are.
Tucks her phone back into her shirt.
We are disavowed by society, as it were. There's no way that they could know.
Of course. And all right, let's go to the East Wing.
Yeah.
And she leads you guys over to the East Wing, and there is a beautiful 2-story library in there. Mahogany floor to ceiling.
Are there any... Okay, if we're talking... The books.
I've gravitated it immediately.
So they're ranging in subjects, or is this a particularly curated library?
It does not appear to be particularly curated. The books are all, varying ages, varying colors, just rows upon rows of books. The walls completely covered in books. There is a spiral staircase that leads up to the top level that is more books.
This is Beauty and the Beast
along.
level kind of library we're talking
I'm
about
just
here.
circling and then going up the stairs. I'm just looking for any books that fall within my my academic range, occult and otherwise.
Are there any cabinets of any kind where it looks like some books are kind of put away rather than on display?
All of the books are kind of put up. It's very library, nothing really fancy on display. It was tidied before anything happened. And
So dusty then.
Hex just kind of wanders in and goes, yeah, so as far as we know, there's a basement too. Can't find it, which is some real Tomb Raider level shit, and I am into that. My intel and blueprint says it might be in this room.
I'm just gonna keep looking. I'm looking at books again, looking for my study range, but now I'm also looking for any books that jump out at me.
Storyteller.
As weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going around shelves pulling out books just to see. Maybe one of these has gotta be.
So going through the shelves, again, varying books, they appear to be grouped together kind of by style. So, there is a shelf of a bunch of Danielle Steele books, very well read. There's some shelves of leather-bound books, some shelves of those encyclopedias that we all ordered from the infomercials years ago. But all in varying sizes, and then small display pieces in each one. Which floor are you all on?
I was going around the bottom, and then I was going to spiral up the staircase once
I'm
I
up top.
looked down
I'm
here.
on the first floor. I'm not really looking at the books so much as I am the furniture.
Yeah.
The furniture it's dusty, but it's clearly fine velvet.
Yeah, I'm really just gonna park myself while they do their thing.
It is plush and lovely, but there is a plume of smoke that just right as you. So going along the bottom, you see there's a few idolries on the shelves, a couple small statues, and there is a small stand containing a human skull.
Anything jump out at me about the statues, or are they just like general like marble, nothing
like a smaller version of the Venus de Milo.
Okay.
A small just lion's head, and then this skull.
And it looks human, you said?
Mm-hmm. And then Thomasina, as you are looking upstairs, there is also a Venus de Milo small statue. There's also a lion head statue, and then an empty stand.
Oh. All right. So something that clearly at one point had more dust around it than the rest of everything else. Okay.
It's a small pedestal that is empty.
What do you guys see? Anything of consequence?
Lot of store-bought books and statues and a bit of a anatomy lesson.
Most of the stuff downstairs, it looks like it wasn't really disturbed, right, guys?
It looks untouched. Statues have dust. Skull has dust on the covering.
There's there's something missing here. It could be something, it could be nothing.
What missing?
I don't know. It's a display piece with nothing that it's currently displaying.
Glass top display case, open display case?
Just a wooden platform, just a wooden pedestal.
Is that the same thing I'm looking at down here?
Yes.
Huh.
The pedestal that she described is the one that you see below the skull.
Gonna just very gently put my hand on the skull. See if anything happens.
It's durable.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can pick it up.
You can indeed pick it up.
Okay. So I'm just gonna lift it up.
Okay.
Waiting.
Nothing.
Look around the pedestal, see if anything if there's no, all right.
You want to add that to your inventory over there, Anton?
No, I think it might look better upstairs. Thomasina, meet me if you wouldn't mind. I'll just bring it towards her.
Okay.
Who's that?
I think he might be missing from upstairs. I'll just extend it up there
You
halfway
can
up the
get
stairs.
names from blood, but you can't figure out who this guy is. All right. So I'm gonna go and just what?
Put them on the thing.
But nothing happened. Oh. All right.
I played Myst.
I'm just gonna play it up and just kind of.
Okay, Indiana Jones, just put it on the pedestal already.
Had to try. All right. Okay. I'll put it on the pedestal.
And as you do, the pedestal gives slightly under the weight.
I'm going downstairs.
You hear a loud click from a bookcase in the corner of the top level.
I'll just follow the sound.
I'm going back upstairs.
I'm going to get up out of the chair and follow them. Now that the work has been done.
So as you follow the sound, you now see that where a lot of the bookcases are all flush against each other with crown molding between them, now there is a small 2-inch wide gap in between the pieces.
Is there a smell coming from it at all?
There is cold air and damp smell coming from it.
I think we've found part of your escape room, Hex.
She leans up and goes, "Oh, shit. Nope. I'm not going in. Nope. Thought I wanted that? Nope. This is Giovanni Creepy House."
Maybe we have new spaces for your servers.
You know what? You have fun checking that out.
You'll wait here then?
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna chill here.
Okay. And I'll just
be the first one to go in?
I'm gonna pick up the Venus, like the little Venus de Milo, and like push or pull the bookcase, whichever one it is that it goes.
It pulls
All right.
towards you,
Yeah, let's pick it up
and there is a stone hallway in there, very dark.
okay.
But you do see a staircase leading down.
Gonna kick on heightened senses, see if it brightens things up, and or if I can at least make out textures. Like, are there torches or something, anything that I can see?
No.
No.
It's just dark and cold and smells a little mildewy.
Do you have a flashlight down there, Hex? Phone?
Nope.
Something?
You are not taking my phone. I don't know what drugs you're on.
There's got to be a candle around here somewhere. Was there a candle in this room
There were
anywhere?
candelabras.
There are candelabras.
Okay. Was there a candle in them?
Yes, there are candles in them.
So I'm going to find wherever there was a candelabra and a candle, and
Try it. All right.
you can make fire, right? That's got to be a thing you can do.
I've never.
No, I left all of my supplies were at the Athenium. The flamethrower and the matches.
Right. Okay.
Kitchen. Before we do any of this, there's got to be matches in the kitchen.
Or if the gas is still on.
Hex, did you steal any big lighters from any shows you went to recently?
I got this cool. It's not cool. It's an Ed Hardy one.
There you go.
All right. So I'll.
Yeah.
People at shows ask me for lights. I have to be able to give them one, or that's like Kindred 101.
This is full on Phantom of the Opera like style.
Yes.
Candelabra. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
And she tosses you her lighter.
I'll take the candelabra. Go.
Okay.
I'm a little more comfortable around this. I'll just turn the fire away from them and just flick it to light the.
Yeah, it's a small flame, so I will not make you frenzy check for it.
Just in case.
All
I'm the one
right.
that's more comfortable with fire, and I'll just light it
So,
up, and
You
I'll
have
put
a candelabra now.
I will in turn tuck the Ed Hardy lighter into my pocket,
Okay.
and Venus de Milo in one hand, candelabra in the other, and I'm just gonna Scooby-Doo down the.
Yeah,
hall.
we're gonna
my
Scooby Doo
God.
with him around his.
So even with your limited candelabra light, you can't see the bottom of the stairs. It just keeps going deeper and deeper, and it gets a little bit colder. Feels like you've definitely been walking for longer than 3 flights. And it continues to go deeper. And then it opens up into an antechamber. The staircase is flanked with 2 large statues that appear to be dark stone. And they are the figures of 2 solemn symbols of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and 2 large archways ahead.
I immediately turn and go back around the corner immediately. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay here, guys. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yes.
You can make a roll of your willpower to get through it.
Remind me how to do that, Storyteller.
You'll take the amount of dice equal to your willpower and roll that. Or you can just tell me that you're going to spend one of your willpower points to get through.
Oh, I'll try to roll. I mean,
Just roll that many dice.
I'll give you a freebie roll for it, and it will last for the duration of this scene.
okay, cool. Oh yeah, I got 1 success. Literally 1, so
Out of how many?
5.
So, it's nauseating. It's stressful. It's the worst kind of stage fright type feeling. Lots of anxiety, but you could push forward if you wanted to.
Can I, if I divert my glare, does that help at all? Or is it the presence of the item in the room?
Now that you know it's here,
Yeah.
it is still going to affect you.
Okay.
But if you had failed the whole thing, I would have sent you back upstairs.
Okay.
But with your 1 success, you can push through it.
Uncomfortable the whole time.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
going to be uncomfortable, but you can get through it.
All right, well, then I'm going to go back to my place where I was, kind of creep back to around his shoulder and do what I would normally do in a haunted house, which is bury my head in his jacket and just be like, okay, we can go.
Is this your thing?
No, yep.
Are we?
Fuck Catholics, not into it.
Are we gonna be okay?
We can fix this.
We could, but we also don't know what's in there.
We can fix this later. I mean, the statues, we can fix this
Can we
later.
just get moving? Can
Yeah,
we just move,
yeah.
please,
I'll
please?
just keep on forward.
Okay. So you're going through the 2 archways
Yeah.
in front of you. So going through these, you suddenly understand why the descent into this basement was so long. A long room is in front of you, containing 3 rows of tall statues. Each one appears like it might be the Virgin Mary, but they're all in different positions, different slight appearances to them. Some are crying, some are praying, some are reserved, some triumphant, and so on and so on and so forth. There's around 15 overall statues in 3 rows down this room. Mel, these do not affect you like the ones at the base of the stairs. These are not Mary. They are something different, but definitely aesthetic-wise intended to look like Mary.
I see. These are... Yeah, okay.
I really wish that I had my books right now.
So I'm just going to peek out from around his shoulder and be like, okay.
Storyteller, does this look like a deliberate arrangement, or is this
Yes,
just...
they're very much on pedestals in even rows going down.
All right.
But it is still quite dark, but you can kind of make out as you see the repeated pattern, and as you step forward you can see that there's more and more. And then as you go further into it, you do see that there is another archway kind of to the back right side of the room. A much larger archway.
Storyteller, in my years of existence and experience, would I recognize any of these deities or these objects or...
No, they look almost identical to the Virgin Mary. Same, like, blue and same shawl and everything, but it's off a little bit.
Okay.
Nothing I could do an occult roll for, right? Is that just something weird?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's certainly not Christian, so
No.
I'm good.
If nothing looks like additionally odd about the statues, I'll just continue towards the path.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're going down the path, and the statues are there. They're kind of crumbling and decaying
More statues?
throughout the entire length of the room.
Gotcha.
And you find the archway at the back, and it's got a couple stairs up in front of it, and it's a lot colder. You're very much underground. And as you enter that room, you see a wall lined with entrances to smaller galleries. For those of you from Europe, this is very much a catacomb.
Yeah.
And inside each one, because you can easily see in, are 3 shelves on each side with mummified bodies inside each shelf.
Are there any, ornaments on them, or are they pretty Spartan as far as their presentation?
Pretty Spartan.
Okay. Shrouds, or completely
Completely just mummified bodies.
uncovered?
Just wrapped.
Is there
On the
And that-
shelving.
And that's what you can see from those first ones.
Yeah.
There's pretty much 6 in each room, and there are approximately, from where you can see, 10 rooms, 5 on each side.
Interesting.
Storyteller, are they professionally preserved, or just by nature of their...
They look professionally preserved.
Would this be a thing that would this be a thing I or she would know of this family to do? Is this a typical...
Neither of you would have enough experience with the Giovannis to
Yeah.
know if they mummify their family, but you do know that they typically keep their own personal mausoleums.
I see.
This is still a lot more than just... I mean, this isn't a vault. This is...
And in Kennesaw, Georgia, of all places.
That is where they made their home.
They moved these here. There's no way that they've just... I mean, unless they somehow took out, I don't know how many of them, and then just arranged them here and left them here for 18 years and...
Depends. The Giovanni were officially here for a few decades. It's possible that many died in the process. It is possible that they did move them here.
And we don't know if these are all them.
I would assume that it is them. It's a family sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are you all still exploring the galleries?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just walking row by row, just looking at them, looking over.
As you get to the 4th one on the right-hand side, in this room you find that the left wall has an empty shelf on the bottom,
Of course.
and an empty shelf And that's on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side is an empty shelf in the middle. And for a catacomb that's been so heavily stacked, these shelves look much cleaner than the others.
Oh, no.
And they appear to be a bit deeper than the others, almost double the depth of the shelves.
Just gonna stick the candle like towards one of them. See if I can see deeper into it.
You see some dust, but it's going in a streak.
In a recently disturbed streak?
The kind of streak that shouldn't occur as it goes towards the feet.
So is that a thing now in Atlanta? There are reanimated bodies happening? Do we need to exit?
I think what we're looking at is people who are very close to their family.
That or this might account for why it seemed like Elena Giovanni was dead, but she wasn't. And I'll take like the Venus de Milo and I'm gonna just start like tapping inside, like hitting like the top, the bottom,
So hitting inside, you do get some hollow sound.
Which part?
Towards the bottom. As you're hitting along the bottom, where the streaks are going towards the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Further deep. The front is a bit more solid stone, but as you go back, it's more hollow.
I want to push down on the hollow part, and if not, then on
No
the
give.
near the foot.
No give.
I'm going to regret this. I'm going to reach back and put my nails in and see if I can find like a crease where I can get them and then pull up.
So you do feel a crease, but not in any kind of way that you can grab. Your nails do sink a little bit into a crease between the regular width and then the extended width.
You find anything?
Still less debris than I expected, but I can't really manage any kind of give.
Does it feel like it moves? Maybe?
Not a lot.
Or it's supposed to?
I've backed up like 15 feet away from them at this point. Do you find anything interesting over there, guys?
Maybe. I'm gonna put the candelabra down. Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to start pressing along the sides to see if there's any like kind of seesawing pressure.
There's not a seesawing pressure.
Okay.
Can you hold this for me, please? And I'll hand
Sure.
it. Yeah, cool. Yeah. You know, and I'm just gonna like put my hands and just like lift myself into
Okay.
the area and just drop my weight onto it and just see if this goes as Scooby-Doo as I think it is.
As you crawl in, there is just enough space for you to lie down. And once you lay down, directly above your face, you see a small square of stone out from the top, just a slight centimeter. It appears to anyone that this is a button.
If what I think is going to happen happens, either don't be too far behind or let Hex know what happens, and I'm just gonna hit it.
Oh God!
As you hit it,
No.
the stone below your feet drops. And you start to slide fast.
Yeah, I want to see if I can catch, but if I can't, then I'm
It
gonna
drops
cross.
you too fast.
Then I'm gonna cross my arms and just go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you make a noise as you drop?
No, I was expecting it. I was expecting something of the sort.
Okay, so Thomasina, you see this happen. You see him hit a button over top and then drop down into a slide.
Yeah. I'm deeply considering how close our friendship is right now.
Mel, you haven't seen this. You just know Anton said something. There was the sound of stone dropping, and then nothing.
Yeah, I'm ready to nope right on out of there.
Mel,
Yeah.
he's gone.
Oh, okay.
And Thomasina, as you're sitting there, the stone resets itself, and you hear the button click.
Over 200 years, I've been the scariest thing in most rooms, and I hate this!
And now you hang out with me.
You're not actually gonna get in that thing, are you? Okay, you can give me the candelabra. I'll
Yeah,
just stay behind. I'll just wait for
Here.
you guys.
Okay.
I go grab it from her, and I'll just stand.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You can do it, kiddo. I believe in you.
I crawl in.
All right, and you crawl in and you see a button and
Slam
you
it.
hit the button and you drop down to a quick slide.
Oh.
Yep.
Mel,
Can you hear me as she's going down?
Can I hear her?
you cannot. You are sliding too fast. So Mel, you see that, and after a couple moments, the stone resets and the button clicks back out.
God fucking damn it. I'm going to put the thing down. And I'm going to crawl in feet first and, say a bunch of, curse words in every language that I know and hit the button and go with.
All right, and the stone below you drops,
I hate
and you
this.
go
I hate it
sliding.
so much.
Now, if everyone could make me a roll of
Christ.
dexterity
Oh.
and athletics.
Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible.
And athletics, you said?
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Well, at least I have a lot fewer to possibly fail. I failed. 100% failed. Completely failed.
Ditto.
3, that's a critical.
So, Anton expecting this the most out of anyone. Anton, as you slid down, you were able to catch yourself as you dropped probably about 6 feet.
Oh, Jesus.
Free fall or actually sliding?
Free fall.
Okay.
Your slide just gives out and you free fall and were able to catch yourself. Thomasina and Mel. Thomasina, you fall onto Anton. Mel, you fall onto Thomasina.
Oh, comfy.
It is
Great.
a full dog pile, like...
Yes. And so this room that you've entered is strange. Quite strange, because it's not even really a room at all. It is a series of hallways. One curves to the left, one curves to the right, and then there is one straight ahead.
Storyteller,
And-
we don't have a candelabra anymore.
Nope.
No,
So
this
can we
room
s-
is lit.
Oh.
Electrically,
But-
fire.
It is lit.
Okay.
Does not seem to be through fire. It is a unnatural, typical white light tint.
Just gonna roll her off of me. It's like, I want to install a slide if we are using this.
And then I'll roll off of her, too,
Yeah.
and kind of collapse to
Yeah.
the side.
And as you look down the hallway directly in front of you, you see a rounded cage attached to a chain that reaches up to the ceiling. Seems to be big enough for maybe 5 to 6 people, if you got cozy.
Chain goes up to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else around, like that I can see around it?
Are you going towards it?
I have heightened senses up still, but I just wanted to see if I could see anything forward, and then I'll go towards it.
So, going towards it, you see there is a switch inside the cage.
Elevator.
Because we didn't go down further. I didn't go down far enough. Oh my god.
Elevator up.
Oh, okay.
You know, at this point, what else could go wrong?
We don't have to slide back up to get out. We have a lift, it seems. I am assuming that this will go back up top. I do not know where, but at least we know we have exterior access.
Yeah.
I think we saved this for last, maybe. Unless you'd like to go on the ride one more time.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Are you guys getting into the cage? There is no lock on it. It's just
Right.
it's cylindrical in shape, and the doors just open that way.
I was saying let's save it for last, but if
Yeah.
you're going to suggest are we getting into the cage, now I kind of want to.
Yeah, it's
Oh no, I was asking because you are close to
Oh
it.
no! I just said I think we'll save this for last because I feel like it goes back up.
Right.
Right. Do we want the left hallway or right hallway?
Well, we went left first time. Let's go right this time.
All right.
Okay.
Back
You
up.
walk around and around and around. It's still curving.
Mm.
And then it opens up to a hallway to the left. And there's the cage down a straight hallway.
Ah, it's one of these.
And it continues to curve.
Huh. Uh-huh.
We can put some more shells in this, and I'll just walk back towards the cage.
Okay.
I'll just open the door to the cage.
Same.
Yeah, I'm going.
let's go that
I'm
way.
just following the group at this point.
Very light
Peer
coming from
pressure.
nowhere in a cage and nothing else, apparently. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So you all get in, close the door, it clicks shut. There is a switch inside of it that is electronic.
Just up, I imagine.
It just has a red button on it.
Jesus Christ! I
Nice.
swear to God.
Well, maybe this means that it goes both ways, and we don't have to go through the box again, and we'll just push the button.
So as you push the button,
Mm-hmm.
a loud groan comes from the metal. Clearly it hasn't been used for a while, an old system coming back to life for the first time after many years. And down the cage goes, into further and further darkness. But now the cold damp is becoming even colder. If you were alive, it might even have you shivering.
Seems I was incorrect on the direction.
Yep.
When the cage lowers into the room, it hits a loud stone platform. And outside the cage, you see another switch connected to a light, the kind of light you'd expect to see at an archaeological dig. And
So
that
cage around a naked bulb.
the big ones with the cans.
Yeah.
And from that switch, there's a lot of cables that lead to that light, and then that light also has more cables leading out from it.
Kind of like a mine, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were definitely still digging.
Well, we've already come down this way, yeah?
I don't see how we're gonna get back up. Yeah, sure.
Just reach out and click it.
And so as you click it on, one by one, lights begin to illuminate throughout the cavern, and it is far bigger than you expected. And there you see about 14 stone platforms, and on top of each one, deep mahogany coffins with gold filigree around the edges and corners. And at the end of the room, there is what could only be called a throne made of black marble and carved with such intricate detail it's a miracle anyone ever dared to sit in it. And above it, laid into the stone in gold, is the symbol of Clan Giovanni.
I had always wondered where this was, and here we are.
I'm sorry, Hex said she found this on the market.
I imagine they did not find the secret bookshelf that would have cut out the rest of it.
I'm just...
If everybody is dead, there is nobody to tell you now.
Well, at least we know where we
Clearly-
can sleep now.
Yeah, but clearly not everyone is dead. And how in the world is a leading member of the Garu just allowing this place to be freely on the internet?
I would imagine that if she was attacked and left for dead, she may not want anything to do with her family name anymore.
Yeah, but God, just burn it down. Oh,
Maybe
this
she will
is-
one day.
unless she's keeping this.
Like I said, maybe we hold on to the fact that we know this is hers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk towards the coffins.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I've never seen I don't know.
These are some of the most beautiful caskets you've
Aren't-
ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen the inner workings of Clan Giovanni, so I'm just at my most right now, and I'm just examining the caskets, looking at the throne, seeing if something's about to start moving.
Yeah, I'm staying behind, like closer to the entrance.
Okay.
I know the rumors.
Yeah.
I'm going towards the throne,
Okay.
which looks dope.
It is indeed quite dope.
Thanks, Storyteller.
It is extremely dope.
uh,
It appears, as you would know from your knowledge, this was carved using a low-pressure water method.
Ooh.
So this took years and years to carve.
Is there anything in particular about the coffins? Are they carved as well? Is there anything demarking?
They have gold filigree detailing them.
Anything demarking them?
Nope.
This is all that's in the room?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I know what to do, but I must confess, with the rumors of the Giovanni clan, I am hesitant to do it. Did you hang on to the statue I gave you, or did you put that down upstairs?
I had the candelabra.
I thought I handed you the statue as well.
Nope.
That means I have the statue still.
Okay.
Fine. Good. All right, then I'll just brandish that, and I'm gonna step towards like the head. Actually, no, I'll step towards the foot of one of the caskets, and I'm just gonna. Is it latched?
It is not.
Oh, Jesus. Of course.
I'll just put my I'll put my fingertips along the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
See if it gives as I lift.
It does.
I'm just gonna pop it open.
When you pop it open, inside the casket you see a long pile of ash.
Oh.
Anything else in there? Might have determined the
No.
ash? No? Move to the next one.
And when I will be somewhere where I can see him doing it, but still close enough that I can flee if I need to. And every time he opens, I'm going, jeez.
Yeah. I'll move to the next one and do the exact same thing.
Ash.
I'm just gonna do it for all 14.
All of them are full of ash.
So this is what remains of Clan Giovanni in Atlanta. Well, save for one.
But they're furniture, and I'm just gonna be draping myself just kind of limbs akimbo over this gorgeous chair.
They were a clan of
So-
money.
If
Yes.
you could,
Yes!
make me a wits and awareness roll.
Cool.
And while she's doing that, I'm gonna yell over to her. You look awfully at home sitting on that chair.
I know. 2 out of 3. Or 2 out of 4.
Okay. So as you're laying on the chair, your hand does graze the side of it and finds a handle.
Like a lever?
Yes.
Okay. Guys!
Hmm.
This is an excellent chair. I think it's a recliner.
Do you want to find out?
You know I don't. I'm gonna get up. And I'm gonna go to the side of the chair. I'm gonna try and pull the lever from not being in the chair.
Okay.
Am I able to?
Yes. It takes a little bit of forcing. It has rusted over a little bit over time. But as you click it, the chair begins to slide to the side,
Of course.
revealing a doorway of a heavy iron door.
Okay.
You know that we can't stop now, yes?
This is...
Do we really want to find out if there's still living Giovanni in
I would-
Atlanta?
I would like to confirm that, and I'll just go to open the door.
You're able to push it open pretty easily, and there is a stone staircase that leads up.
Oh, yes! Wait.
We close the circuit, perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe. Is it dark in there?
It's dark.
I'll pull out the little Ed Hardy lighter and flip it on. I'll use heightened senses again just to see if I can use it to brighten up a bit more and just lead the way upstairs.
And I will begrudgingly follow.
And you realize that you are walking for a while, the same about length of time. And this time, when you come to the top, there's not a doorway, there's a hatch. A metal hatch with a large release handle on it, similar to what you saw inside the submarine.
Point of order.
Yes.
Did we hear stone or whatever sliding behind us as we went up the stairs?
Yes, you did.
Fantastic. I'll go there and I'm just gonna... For a hell of it, I'm going to just... I'm gonna see if I can figure out where this is first and just go bang bang on it. See if I hear anything.
We gonna die tonight.
Oh my god!
So as you do that, you hear the sound of horses and a pair of hooves clanging onto the top of the hatch.
Mm-hmm. We might want to be careful as we go up there.
Yeah.
But also, good we didn't just throw it open, I think. And I will crank the release lever. I'm gonna push the doors in case like something kicks.
Yeah, so you push the door and you hear a horse kind of whinnying out of frustration and getting out of the way.
Okay.
And it's just kind of standing at the back corner of the room, or of the stall.
I'll like slowly go up. I'm gonna lift the statue up first, see if just in case it gets hit first, and then just follow suit behind it.
And you are in the middle of a very large, very beautiful barn, but the horses here are very malnourished, but strangely alive.
This is very strange.
I'm gonna... I'm assuming I can smell just like
Yeah, it's horse.
horse, and is there a lot of straw? Or has it not been swept out? Or
So this barn looks like clearly it has not been cared for, but it does appear as if something or someone has been keeping the horses at least alive.
Are they freaking out about us being in there?
They are not.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
How intently are you looking at the horses?
I'm looking horse to horse, like just enough to see if they are like freaking out about me.
Can you?
But I can't like
make
identify
me?
horses or anything.
Can you make me
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least he's the one rolling and not us, right? So.
Depends what it is.
a intelligence and animal kin?
And I'm just barely, like, my forehead is the only thing out, just enough for me to be able to see what's happening. Like,
There's a very emaciated horse in front of you.
I'm gonna get back down and kind of just wait until I hear otherwise.
3 with a critical.
Okay. There is something not right about these horses' eyes. They are not living. Not the kind of eyes you see from a living horse. They're cloudy and black, almost like you would imagine a blind horse, but
They don't look like Proctor's horses.
no. Proctor's horses are very healthy and very much alive.
Yeah, but I'm talking like in the eyes and their weirdness.
No, these are similar to blind horses or, kind of starry, cloudy eyes.
But they're not alive. That he can tell.
They're not lively eyes.
I see.
They don't register anything.
Right.
They are, something is off with these. There's a couple of ways that I can find out, but I do not know how much they will like it.
I'm gonna go ahead and go through and climb in or up into the stall. These horses, how many are there?
There's probably about 4 horses,
Okay.
each with their own stall.
Mhm.
There's a few empty stalls as well, but there are seemingly only 4 horses here.
Is there access to the outside from this barn?
Yes, there are 2 large barn doors. It's kind of a galley run barn.
Are they open?
They are not open, but they do not appear to be barred in any kind of way.
The horses, do they look uniform in their coat at all?
So, the horse that you came out in front of is black.
Mhm.
One of the horses is probably a white horse, but it's filthy enough that it's kind of a tan. Another one has a gray back with white speckles. And another one is a deep chocolate brown.
Interesting.
And if you could make me a wits and awareness roll.
One critical. Out of 4.
Okay. So, as you're looking, they have nameplates in front of their stalls, and you see the names War, Famine, Pestilence, and Death.
Is Death by any chance that pale one?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Something strange about the horses, and as I said, there are a couple of ways I can attempt to discern, but I do not know if they will like it very much.
I mean, I'm still mostly huddled inside of this, the thing below. So,
Is there anything that you know about these families with regards to lore about the Four Horsemen?
Not specifically the Four Horsemen. Do I just know like the general cursory rumors about the Giovanni, or do I?
Yeah,
would I
you
know?
only know the cursory rumors, and there is nothing that links them with the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
I wasn't sure if I had anything like in the occult or in academics regarding them. The only thing I know are the general rumors, which closest thing to the apocalypse would be the rumors of the death magic. But again, rumors. I think maybe I determine which thing I do. I'm gonna move like slowly towards the closest horse to me.
Closest one to you, depending on where you are, were you still in
I just stepped
near
up.
the hatch?
I was near the hatch. I stepped
Then you
up.
are near Death.
So I'll just walk near Death.
Okay.
Right, and see if he like freaks out at me.
He doesn't appear to register your presence.
I'm going to like to the side of him and just put my hand on his side.
He shifts away. He does register that you have touched him.
Okay.
But overall, he's staying pretty still, just sort of existing.
I can. I'm gonna get ready to step back really quick, but as I do, I'm going to use the ring on my finger and just draw a bit of blood as I step back.
As you do, Death kicks pretty wildly
That's why I went to the
back.
side.
And he paces around his stall for a bit before finally calming down.
Sorry, friend, and I'll just taste of blood on this weird ass horse.
And at his kicking, Famine and Pestilence are now also nervously pacing. Death is standing perfectly still. Or not Death,
War.
yeah, Death is standing perfectly still. Now that he has calmed down, War has not moved yet.
That is 4 successes on Taste of Blood, just to register information about the horse.
You are unable to discern any information about this horse. The blood does not register as animal. It does not register as kindred. You can get no reading from this blood.
Are there hay forks and brooms and stuff like that in the barn as well? I'm going to really quick grab a fork to just kind of start like moving some stuff around, and just that sound of just stall work that I'm hoping kind of maybe calms the horses a little bit. So I'm not going to approach them yet, just going to kind of...
Famine and Pestilence are starting to calm down. Death is still... War has now moved forward in his stall towards the sound.
Okay. I'm going to go a little bit closer to War.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the fork in hand. I'm going to actually turn it up. I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to look at War. Which one is War again?
He's the chocolate brown one.
It's the chocolate brown. And I'm going to get just close enough and see if there's any like sniffing or anything like that.
Make me we'll call this Resolve an Animalkin.
So just resolve that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Yeah. I think the only one that has animal kin is not with us right now.
3 successes.
So as you get closer, War leans his head out of the stall and drapes his head over your shoulder.
Okay.
He doesn't move. He's just breathing with his head rested on your shoulder.
But he is breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Should make
Seems
a
to
friend.
be.
Alright.
Make a friend.
Cold one. Yeah.
Mel, you want to come see the horses?
Yeah, I'm not so sure about all that yet.
Well, this is also the way out unless we go back through the, everything. I don't even know if there's a way back up.
So I'm just gonna kind of above. What I'm in, what, death stall, right?
Yes.
And what do I see when I just?
You see a white horse just kind of standing in the corner.
And then me.
And then Anton.
Okay, so I'm gonna like very quietly do my best. Have no acrobatics or athletics whatsoever to get out without making any sound. And I guess go and join Anton.
Okay. And at you coming out, Mel,
Jesus Christ.
can you please make me a resolve and animal kin check?
Literally 2 die. Okay. Thanks a lot, Storyteller. Ah! Can I do that again?
Yeah.
Can I do it again?
Yeah.
God, thank God. Oh, cool. I got 3. I got a critical. Out of 2.
All right. So,
Thank God.
at you coming out of the stall, Death begins to slowly approach you and lays his head over your shoulder.
I don't know what to do. I'm like standing really still. Is it gonna bite me?
We're just looking at the two of them. Sorry, what?
Is it gonna bite me?
No, it's not gonna bite you. This is good.
No, but now that you mention it, does anything look weird about where your head is on the neck?
Where my head is on the neck?
Look at the horse's neck.
Storyteller, is there anything... I missed this. Is there anything weird about the neck?
Wits and awareness, please.
Okay.
I'm sending it to both of you guys. so-
Yeah, I would not have noticed because I'm still.
Well, considering that Death is a pale horse,
Yeah.
you can make the wits and awareness roll as well.
Okay. Where's awareness?
2 out of 4.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Sorry, I gotta do math. I'm not good at math. Okay. 4 out of 5.
You see markings along the neck, similar to maybe chains, something that was once around the horse's neck that scuffed it and scarred it. There's just a lot of scars around the neck near where you are.
Anything there?
There's some wear and tear on War.
Same with Death, and I'm gonna reach up and try to, caress the area that has been injured.
He doesn't flinch.
Okay. My God, these have not been well treated.
I don't know. In fact, I was wondering if perhaps they are waiting for the two of you. Now that you bring it up.
There's 2 others for you to potentially make a friend.
I think maybe these horses have already been marked, but you can see. I'll exit the stall just to take a look at famine and pestilence.
Pestilence begins to walk towards you.
Mm-hmm. I'll let him approach me. He's in his stall?
Yeah, he's in his stall, so he can walk up as far as he can in his stall.
I'll just walk up to him and
he lays his head
I'm
on
gonna-
your shoulder.
I'm gonna look down the neck just to see if
Same scarring.
same scarring? Okay.
Oh, friendship is magic.
Magic, all right. I think maybe these horses belong to the Giovanni, as it were. Perhaps
Or did.
Yeah.
belonged, but it seems that maybe the remnants are still there. Possibly. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little hungry, but I do not quite know what to make of this.
Oh, I'm not eating one of these things. Its name is war. I mean, death.
Not
thanks.
to eat things so much, but a bond.
Can all of y'all real quick just make me a straight strength roll, so just double the amount of dice that you have for strength.
Holy mother of Moses.
One.
So
No, that doesn't count. You have a success.
I have a
Right, yeah.
critical failure on my hunger die, a critical success, and then 2 other successes.
The failures don't
Okay.
count then.
Yeah, so the failure on your hunger die doesn't count because your roll was a success.
Okay.
5.
5?
And they're critical.
Okay.
5s.
And
1 out of 6.
So I guess 4 for me.
so, Thomasina, you start getting quite groggy, quite sleepy.
Uh-huh.
The other 2 of you are starting to feel a bit tired, and you realize you've kind of been up for a while.
Like been awake for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Excuse me, I'll just like maneuver away from it was pestilence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maneuver away from pestilence and just go to look at the door.
It is not daytime, but the light is starting.
Can I see the house from where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
As you look through, you do see that this is a smaller... Clearly, this was a horseback riding family. And so there's a few barns and external stalls out there, and then there is a pathway to the house.
About how far away is the house?
The house is maybe a 30-second run.
Okay. Daylight is coming. Mel, if you would close the hatch, unless we are going to make ghouls of the horse, we probably should go.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to shift its head just slightly
You just...
and pat it real good. And then close the hatch and
I'm gonna just kind of pull away a little bit from more.
Mm-hmm.
Give us now a little kiss. Oh.
Okay. And so are you guys booking it towards the house?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And so you book it towards the house, and Hex is inside and startles real quick at you guys running in and just, fuck, thank God. Okay, bedroom down the hall. It's completely dark.
We found the basement, and
Cool, we'll talk about it later. It is way too soon.
Yeah.
you need sleep, and I'll be walking towards the basement.
Sure.
Yeah, come.
And so are you guys heading to the basement?
We're heading to wherever she told us to.
Yeah.
I'm
sleep.
going to the bedroom to
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah.
And so as you guys go into the foyer,
Uh-huh.
you see there is a letter sitting on a table for you from C. And that is where we are going to take our break. We will be right back in a few minutes. Welcome back. So, you guys have seen a note on one of the tables, signed from a C. Anton, you were able to find it.
Just gonna grab
if
it.
you want to read it.
Shepherds. Aaron has been taken by the Second Inquisition and is being held at a secret compound in Conyers. I followed his blood bag dealer a few days ago, which led me to it and revealed him to be Second Inquisition. I am not sure how long he has before he is processed. I am on my way there now. Will hold position, provide you with sniper cover. Attached is floor plan from my first infiltration. If you can gain access to the roof, there are several maintenance access points that lead to a ventilation shaft. That is where you should make your entry points. They also have a La Sombra named Alejandro Celinofoto, embracing mortals to experiment on. Make haste if you want the pup to see his next moonrise. Or Banu Haqim.
Oh.
And there is a floor plan attached. I've made copies so you each can view it easier.
I'll hold it out to all of them. We go in through, he says if we go in through the roof, then we need to go in through the roof. We drop down. I am not sure on here where we drop down onto, but we figure it out as we go, and then we figure out which cell he's in.
But
and
not tonight.
No, we don't have enough time tonight. We need to plan. I need to see what kind of supplies I can get in order to actually get anything together. If I'm supposed to get up to the roof, I would need to have spiders again. I haven't heard from Harrison yet.
Hex, do you have any, do we have any resources in this right now other than just this?
Resources I can grab in 30 seconds before a sunrise? No.
No, we do this in a day or two. We don't have time for it right now. I need to be able to get.
You're going to leave Aaron there for a day or two?
We need to have resources. We can't go right now. It's about to be sunrise. We have to go. We have to go tomorrow, and we have to grab the resources, and we have to go. Otherwise, we will not be able to get up to the roof. We will not be able to get in. We will not be able to face the Sombra.
No.
We are without.
Let's go to sleep. We don't have time.
Alright, we figure this out in the evening, as it were.
And Hex is going to go into the doorway and go, these stairs are really fucking long.
Thought you wanted to sleep in the bedroom.
No, I said I was sleeping downstairs.
Alright, we go downstairs then.
I'm going to the bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna find it and
Yeah.
make myself comfortable.
I will not leave you to go down by yourself if you do not want.
Okay, so you're going to go down with Hex,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone is going to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You have a wonderfully uneventful sleep, uninterrupted this time. And you awake the next night. If the three of you could make me rouse checks. Aaron, you as well, from your place in the facility.
Success.
Fail?
Fail.
2 failures.
A rouse check is just 1 dice.
Oh, okay. 1 failure.
So the three of you get hungrier.
Mm-hmm.
Mel, you are okay.
I'll get up with Hex. I'm gonna look along the basement wall, see if there's any like errant spiders on the way back up.
I'm gonna roll out of the bed and kind of skitter to where the map was so I can take a look at it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lay there for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Mostly because this house is already screwed with our heads so much, and I'm just not eager to find out what's next.
Okay.
No spiders.
No spiders.
Darn. And I'll just head on back up, and I'm still gonna be looking to see like if there's anything that I can use as I go through the house to meet up with them.
You're able to find a hand mirror.
Okay.
There's a small pack of matches in a kitchen drawer.
Okay. And I've got the I still have Hex's lighter. I never give it back.
Mm-hmm.
It's mine now. Okay. Let's grab those and meet up with them and just show them. Since all I've found in terms of supplies, like I said, if we're going to get up to the roof, we need the ability to climb up to the roof.
Anybody got access to some Matrix shit?
I'm
Now I'm
not-
gonna shoot a glance right at Hex.
Hex goes, oh no. First off, I'm not going. Absolutely not. Sorry. I like him. Not risking my life for a Gangrel.
Sure, but you definitely have to have harnesses and rope and black shit that we can all wear, right? Come on.
I feel like that's a judgment of my character, but yes, I do have that.
Awesome.
You are also the only one of us that can be unseen by people and possibly cameras. I do not know.
No, I'm not that good.
It would be useful to have somebody that could go unseen, but
I'm younger than Aaron. What do you guys want from me?
are you?
Yeah, dude, I'm like 8 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel dirty.
You should.
I will need spiders if I'm going to be able to get up the wall at all, and then then I can actually like hook up there, and we don't have to rely on making loud noises.
Dude, there's probably a ladder.
Do we want to rely on a ladder being there and then there not be one?
I mean, if it's a big facility building, a maintenance crew has to have somewhere to go.
It's the Second Inquisition. There is establishment as you get.
There's also security, and this is my concern. This is why I'm wanting to get prepared. Usually I have more things than this.
I know. Hex, have you noticed an attic or anything around here that gets us, to the roof of this place, or?
No, this is the roof of the place where he's being held.
Oh, I thought we were being picked up. Huh. All right.
If only.
Well,
Right.
I think everybody needs to throw some black on, and I don't believe that we are as heavily armed as Cyrus is, and don't think that we can take on the Second Inquisition, but we have to find Aaron. So,
This is why I was hoping to find some kind of supplies. I can do very little with this, but
well, neither can me nor Thomasina. So you'll be in good company, sir.
I have no particular problem. Just, cracking necks and splitting veins. It's not the cleanest way of doing things, but been around for 200-something years. I can do this. I'm a big
And at the
girl.
bottom of Cyrus's note, you do notice a set of GPS coordinates.
Oh, shit.
I know that you don't want to come with, but can you at least plug this in?
I can map quest it. That's a relevant reference, right?
Depends if you still use MapQuest.
Do you not? Don't we? Oh, all right.
You're my favorite, Thomasina.
All right.
And she types in and says, yeah. It's out kind of past the DMV in Conyers. I can at least send... Oh, you don't have your phones anymore.
No,
No.
I don't have anything.
We don't have a vehicle.
I think there's a pen in the library.
Yeah, and
I'll go write this down for you. And she goes into the library to write down the instructions on how to get there.
We have no vehicle. Is that right, Storyteller?
That is correct.
we do
And we're
not,
definitely not going to call an Uber.
no, we do not
You
have,
know that you didn't come here with a vehicle.
Well, Hex's
Right.
vehicle at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any vehicles in the driveway that we saw?
We haven't checked.
Nope.
Well, we drove into the driveway.
Oh, driveway.
You
Sorry,
haven't
I,
checked this morning.
I was thinking the garage, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do not. Yeah, we do not have vehicle. We do not have.
We don't know that we don't have a vehicle.
Imagine that. Hex.
Everything else here has been left here completely fine. For fuck's sake, they have horses.
Well, I'm going to just open the front door and be like, and gesture widely to where the driveway would be.
There is a garage at the end of the driveway with the door shut. It's
Wow.
very barn-style garage doors.
Least we can do is go check.
I swear to God, if there's some mid 20th century card in there, I'll just walk towards it.
I actually think that'd be great.
Yeah.
So going towards it, you open,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a beautiful Cadillac Escalade. And
And
a lowrider Cadillac with white walls.
stealth.
What condition are the white walls in?
Good enough for something that's been sitting here for a while.
Uh-huh.
Are the keys inside the vehicles?
They are on a key rack to the side of the wall.
I say we take the Escalade.
I'm gonna bet that the Escalade's not gonna start if it's been here this long, but
I imagine One of them has to start, and hopefully it's the one that draws the least attention.
Which one are you guys gonna try?
Escalade.
Let's try the Escalade first, because windows.
Is in this garage, is there anywhere that looks like it might be holding weaponry of any sort?
No.
Artillery?
No.
Armor?
It's a regular garage.
Rope?
It's a regular garage.
Chain? Something?
Cat litter. I don't know.
Okay, so I guess I will get in the driver's seat then, I guess.
All
And
right.
try to crank it.
It does crank.
And I won't let it go for very long because we haven't opened the garage doors.
Oh, we opened
It
front
has
doors.
about a fourth a tank of gas.
Okay.
We'll have
The
to
gas is quite likely potentially expired, so you'll need to go to a gas station pretty quickly.
find with our not money.
X just kind of laughs and goes, "Oh, do you need me to spot you?"
Yes, I see. I didn't get the pack before the entire world around me got taken out under my feet.
And I
Yeah,
have
you
no
and
idea.
every other kindred.
And I have no idea who has control of my assets right now. So.
Can we please borrow some money, Hex?
Thank you, dear. Yes,
You're
you
welcome.
may.
Thank you
and
so
she
much.
passes you $40.
Great. This will get us about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a tank. So,
For this, yeah.
Well, depends on where we fill up, I guess.
yeah, so I will gesture wildly to the seats behind me and to the sides of me and say, well, kids.
You got the coordinates written out and everything.
Yeah. And she passes you a sheet of paper to
Alright.
tell you how to get there.
How are we just going to rely on the hopeful fact that there's maintenance and then just acquire weapons like a video game, or is there anything we can get from you before we go there?
I ain't got shit. I have this cool belt that has some studs on it.
If there's maintenance crew, then there's potentially disposable maintenance crew and
These are humans. They're fucking stupid.
They're also Second Inquisition, and they took us and they took Aaron from the Gangrel compound. So
The maintenance crew didn't, though.
no, the maintenance crew didn't.
They took us while we were sleeping. Also, I got these.
Fair,
We know.
fair.
We know.
I am a little light on my resources, but we can make do. All right.
Alright,
Thank you.
see ya.
Uh,
And you guys are going to take off and get some gas to head out to Conyers. Aaron.
Oh, no.
Morning comes. You wake up. The hazy feeling from yesterday is gone. But you feel kind of weird. Overall, just you're hungry, a little bit hangry.
When I look at my veins, are they different color now?
Yes.
What color?
So when you look down at your arm, the veins are a deep purplish.
All right. I'm going to look up at the cameras through where I think the ghost is. I don't know what they injected me with, so I'm going to try a truth and a lie and see what happens.
Okay.
My name is Aaron. I was born in Atlanta. Who are you? And just close my eyes and listen for a response.
No response at all. Complete silence.
Did I stutter or detect any difference when I was speaking?
No.
Okay.
No difference when you were speaking. And now another large knock on the door.
Okay.
And opening the door is the same doctor with 2 orderlies behind him. And that oppressive feeling returns. And the orderlies step forward. They grab your arms, wrenching them to force you down and lift you up to carry you out of the room. And you see a hallway with 7 more cell doors. And now that you're out in the hallway, you can hear screaming from a couple of them. And you are led into another hallway through a door.
The whole time I'm as limp and non-compliant as I can.
Okay. And you are led down that hall and into a room that is an operating theater. You're put up onto a table and strapped down. And the doctor approaches and brings in a device with 2 metal paddles on it. And he pulls out 3 more syringes with blackish liquid in them.
You don't have to do this.
And he just stares at you for a second and continues what he's doing. And you are strapped down at your neck, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Every joint that you could possibly flex is strapped down. And he proceeds to inject 3 large syringes of this black liquid into you. And he then takes the metal paddles, puts them to your chest, and delivers a large current of electric shock through you. If you could please roll for me composure and resolve.
Gotcha. It's 4, 5, including a critical.
For a brief moment, darkness overtakes the room for just a moment and drops back. And as you're looking up, you can see the circle of the theater filled with medical students taking notes, shocked at the sudden darkness, but it's gone. And the doctor turns to his papers, writes a few notes, and then goes back and delivers you another electric shock, this time much heavier. Please make me another roll.
I'd like to burn a willpower.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm gonna need it. That's better. 4, no criticals.
Okay. Darkness overtakes the room again, and then drops a few seconds after again.
Do I have enough energy in me to talk?
You can talk, but it'll come out kind of slurred.
My name is Aaron. I work for the crime scene department. I haven't hurt anybody.
Another electric shock comes, twice as heavy as the last.
Good grief.
Please roll me the same roll,
Okay.
doubled.
Gotcha. Double the outcome?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you double the outcome, not the die. Oh well.
I'm gonna have to burn a willpower. Nope. It's only 2 successes.
Darkness completely overtakes the room, and it seems to hang for about 30 seconds. You can see through it, but you can hear muffled sounds of stress and screaming, along with amusement and fascination. And then you feel the feeling of a needle in your neck again, and the shadow disappears again. And you go to sleep. Coterie.
Yep.
When you guys arrive to Conyers, you get closer to the destination that was designated for you. You pass the DMV, and there is a road that leads back kind of down behind some trees.
So, last chance to get anything we might need before we go barreling in.
At this point, all there is just a couple of branches.
I can't do anything with that, unfortunately. Fuck.
I'm going to skirt off to the side somewhere and just kind of pull it aside.
There is a gas station nearby.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna... I would rather be not somewhere necessarily public, but like, maybe like a...
Going down a country road a bit?
Maybe is there a closed building somewhere that I can just pull into that the lights aren't as bright, you know?
Yeah, so, if you all could quickly make me a wits and awareness roll. Everybody gets to roll today.
Yeah, this is great. I feel like a whole different person.
Full success. 4 out of 4.
3 successes.
2.
So you see a section of the road where there was a wreck. You see... The wreck was probably a few days ago, but there's still a crushed building on the corner and a dented light pole. Mm-hmm. A newspaper thing that has been completely destroyed. And 2 markings of metal dragging towards a sewer drop. And Thomasina and Anton, you recall Elijah saying something about finding you on a country road.
Oh, God.
Looks like we were close to here.
They almost got us.
They almost did. Mel, this is possibly where Elijah saved us.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, but let's talk for a second.
Yes?
Anton, we may never get your stuff back. You may never have your stuff again. But you have your intelligence, you have your abilities, you have your experience, and for now, that's all we can rely on. And it's tough. I was so very attached to my lifestyle, and I know that Thomasina was as well. We did not obviously have the great benefit of the powers that you had from your stuff, but you have other powers that neither her nor I could ever have with anything we could ever pick up. Just within you without having anything. I know certainly tonight and last night you were the mastermind of our hijinks, and we got out alive. I fully believe in your abilities, whether you have your stuff or not, and I think you should too.
What if they're not enough?
Well...
What if they're not enough to get in there and get Aaron back?
What if they weren't enough before? When you had them?
I would still have more than I have now.
So would we. We don't have any guns. We don't have any artillery. We don't have any armor. We don't have anything. We're going in with nothing.
We're not going in with nothing. This is more intel than we expected to have. Mm-hmm. We're at least familiar with the sights and sounds, or at least the sounds. And we're at least familiar with the sewer.
We have Cyrus in the woods somewhere. But
I think we had the momentum that we needed before. And I think, while I understand the need to have this discussion right now, not only are you more than enough for what we're doing right now on your own, without any of your stuff, you could have done this. But for what we need to do right now, it doesn't need to be a ruckus, as much as I'd like it to be. All we need to do is get him out as discreetly as possible with as few witnesses, as little notice as possible. Humans can do it. Humans got us out of our rooms. They took my wig, they took my money, they took my house, they took my job, they took my life. The least we could do is leave them with a, your turn. So, We can do this.
All right, good talk. And I'm going to crank the car back up, back it out, and mosey on down the road.
Okay.
Heading towards our destination.
Okay. All right, so as you get a bit closer, you see the road does lead down into a cul-de-sac, and there is a crate to the side of the road near the woods.
Crate?
Mm-hmm.
Like a storage box?
Like a crate. A wooden crate.
Okay.
But it is very close to the tree line of the woods.
Yep. I'm gonna...
After we parked, right? This is after we parked? Or...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we don't see, there's no guard tower looking anything.
I'm not going to have seen it because I'm going to be looking for other things.
Okay.
Do I see anything? Besides the crate, do I see anything, lights or people or anything out where we are?
Not from here.
Okay.
Look at a place.
Let's kind of keep driving just to make it look as though we could easily be lost. Just
Well,
in
this
case.
cul-de-sac ends in a circle. There are woods around it.
Mhm.
And then there is a small driveway that you can see a large warehouse
I think
at the end of it.
I think perhaps we should see if this is for us.
If what is for us?
The crate.
The crate.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe this is a care package, or maybe this blows us all up. I don't know.
Maybe it's a care package that blows us all up. If it's from who I think it is.
So getting closer, you do see there is a C on the top of the crate.
Of course there is.
And inside,
Yeah, lean over and open it.
there are guns, handguns, 4 of them, and 4 knives.
Cyrus, you bastard. You can tie a scarf. You can't tie a bow?
Only handguns?
Just handguns, but they do, the rounds for them are unfamiliar to you all, but they are clearly meant to do business.
And is there additional ammunition in there? Are there additional magazines?
There are 3 additional magazines per gun.
This is not exactly my expertise, but I will take
Nor
this.
mine.
I'll just knife in boot. I'll take a gun, and I'll just start filling my pockets with the.
There are also noise suppressors as well inside the crate.
Oh.
I'll apply that. And I'll take what I assume to be Aaron's gun.
Is there anything that could help strap any of this to me? Because...
No.
Of course not.
I did dress in all black, and I'm wearing, my utility coat thing, so I want to take 2 of them.
I've just got...
And magazines. I've got enough pockets.
You'll take Aaron's gun.
Well, yeah, and 4 knives you said too?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take both knives.
I guess I'm taking a knife and a gun and having no hands to do anything with. I'll put the knife in my boot.
Okay.
And then... I know this is a bad idea, but this is all I know as far as guns go, and I'm going to put it in the back of my pants.
Safety.
Okay. Of the what?
Safety. It's a little switch.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about guns either, but I'm going to take them, and I'm going to put them in places, and I'm going to pretend like I do.
I like having my hands free, and this is the worst.
I'll put the gun and the rounds in my pocket, and the clips in my pocket, and I'll just reach and take out the hand mirror and just hold it over to Mel.
Mm-hmm.
If I do need it, let me know.
Sure. And I'll put the hand mirror down in my bra, because there's nowhere else to put anything, so...
I'll pass her the pack of matches.
And that I will also put in my other side of my bra.
Okay. And so, how would you guys like to proceed towards the building?
I do want to kick on heightened senses, but
You can hear general General sounds, some trucks, some meandering about, some... Hey, Jim, you coming over to watch the game later?
Are we hearing it from the tree? Well, are you hearing it
I don't know.
from over through the tree line?
Did all of us?
You're hearing it from the direction of the building.
Okay.
Did everybody wear black? I'm asking Storyteller, and I'm also asking the characters. Not what we're currently wearing, because it was another night. So
Yeah.
we can...
Yeah.
Because we did discuss this. Did everybody wear
There
black?
was some clothes left in the house since the house was left
Okay.
in a hurried state.
Okay.
So is the answer yes then?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so
black.
we're all wearing black.
Blackish.
Thank God. Okay. Well. Oh, you guys!
There we go.
Okay.
I think maybe walking right up the road might attract some attention, but I worry about the woods being guarded as well, I suppose. It's one or the other, yeah?
Yeah.
Storyteller, I'm sorry, I have a question. Was there by any chance a pair of black socks that we had available to us?
Yes, you would have had black socks.
So, and there were knives in the home and scissors, I would assume. There were scissors somewhere. Yeah. Okay. So I took a sock that was just barely big enough, and I cut it to be a balaclava.
Yeah.
So I'm like smushed,
Oh.
but just my eyes.
There was a balaclava among their
Oh,
ski
was there?
equipment.
But
She
did
cut a
not
sock
one of
anyway.
them? Cut a sock anyway.
They did have some ski equipment in the back of the closet.
Okay, well then
Good.
I am wearing.
I will let you have a balaclava.
Thank you. I am wearing a balaclava.
Okay.
I'm wearing an actual blazer because they
Okay.
had one and it was black
Okay.
and it's me.
And so how are you guys going to proceed towards the building?
I guess we can either go through the woods or we go up the road.
I can see why the woods would be guarded. There's no way they're not gonna see us if we're going down the road, so it has to be the woods.
Okay, maybe we stick close to the road in case we need to brake for it, but yeah.
Okay. And so from the map that you received,
Mm-hmm.
you are coming up in front of the bottom part of that map,
Okay.
and you see a large sign on the front left side of the building that says Atlanta Police Department Outpost Training Center. And on the right side, United States Army Recruitment Center.
Son of a bitch.
They would be that close.
Fucking fascist pigs.
Maybe we circle and see if we find any of these ladders that you were thinking might be here. Otherwise, we wind up going in and signing up for the military.
Can we see anything that looks like larger air conditioning units or anything like that?
From down on the ground, you can see a little bit from the top, but they're the large stack ones that have kind of the round fan on the top.
But those are on the roof?
Yes.
Okay. There's nothing like box, power box or anything like that on the side?
Not on this side where you're coming in, because you are coming in towards the front and the woods completely surround the building.
Okay.
I suggest we circle and see if we at least take a circle and see
Yeah.
if we can find any way up.
I'm going to suggest that we go to the right. Because it looks like if this is right, anything that might be just storage and cooling is over this way.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Are
for
you guys going to the left?
We're going towards the warehouse side.
Yeah.
Oh, towards the warehouse side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys go in the woods and come around to the warehouse side, you see a row of trucks.
It's crap.
Quite large box trucks, roughly the size of your standard U-Haul, all plain white. And there are currently just a handful of soldiers loading them with suspiciously familiar metal boxes.
I'm thinking maybe this is the way that we get caught. Unless we extra sneak around them, perhaps we go back. I do not feel like engaging in a firefight in the middle of the
No.
woods.
So I'm gonna have had very little control over my ability to possibly move at them to go stop what they're doing. So I start forward.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, just immediately catch the jacket.
Yeah. I pulled the knife out of my boot and I put it to your chest.
We need to go in before we do the damage.
Yeah, but we don't know who's in those boxes.
We do know that if we go in right now, we have a better chance of ending up right like that.
As you watch them, you see that they are lifting the boxes quite easily. There is a likelihood that these are empty.
Well, not for long if we go up to them.
Yeah.
Fine, let's go.
Yeah. I guess we go back out on the other side, or
Yes.
Storyteller.
Yeah, I suggest.
These appear to be humans, of course, that are doing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see are we able to see whether they're wearing anything particularly outstanding? Are they...
They are wearing heavy military clothing,
Are they
pretty
armed?
much BDUs and flak vests.
Okay. Are they armed that we can tell?
Each one has a large gun slung over their shoulder, but just across their back, nothing drawn.
Okay.
so. Yeah, I guess we'll go back around the front and along the wood line to the other side then.
So along that wood line, you just see a few office windows. About 2/3 of the way down, you see an entry door that on the map you would imagine to be the receptionist desk.
No ladders, no maintenance closets.
Not that you can see from this side.
All right, and I just check around to the back to see last chance, I suppose.
Going around the back.
Mm-hmm.
Going around by the operating theaters, it looks like.
Okay.
Or whatever's back there, yeah.
I'm getting radios from Cyrus. All right. And so as you guys move around the back, you do see a typical maintenance ladder and a few boxes for the AC units.
Okay.
So a few HVACs along the back.
Cameras, any visible sight?
There are cameras on each corner of the building.
Are they pointing like towards the ladder or away from the
They
ladder?
are slowly rotating back and forth.
We may need to time this.
Yeah.
It's that or we attempt to shoot out a camera.
No, they'll
Yeah.
know immediately.
Exactly.
We're gonna have to time this. You're right.
One at a time? That way we're not all clambering all over each other, or?
And that way, if, God forbid, the first of us goes in and gets caught, then the other two of us can...
Something.
Yeah.
Well, all right then, and I'm going to time it, and I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to go for it.
Okay, if you could make me a, let's call this...
I ain't got shit.
Let's call this, since you're timing it and you're sneaking, we'll call it intelligence and stealth.
Okay, cool. How bad can this go?
Don't lie.
2 successes
Okay,
out of 4.
you're able to make it across. You just have to scurry a bit faster, almost trip on the curb a little bit, but you make it over to the ladder.
Okay.
Who's going next?
I'll do it.
All right.
Okay.
What was that roll again?
Intelligence and stealth.
How many do you?
I need... 4. Three.
You do make it. More radios from Cyrus. You do manage to make it across.
Great.
Before I go in a blood I'm gonna blood of potency just to
Okay.
raise mine up. I do not get hungrier.
Okay.
And let's see if I go up by 1 or 2. Shit, yeah, I go up by 2. I got like 6 successes critical.
Okay.
So my blood potency is now 3.
So you're able to get all the way across and about halfway up the ladder.
Mm-hmm. And now I've got some extra stuff.
And so you guys make your way up onto the roof. and you see the same cylindrical vents, as well as a few hatches down into the AC system, the AC vent shafts.
Okay.
Aaron, as you are still in the operating theater, as you're looking up into the glass to look at everybody who is up there, you begin to notice that where you would be in the reflection, it's hazy and cloudy. To the rest of the group, you're on the roof, you have a few hatches in front of you. The entrances that Cyrus told you about, there are approximately, I would say, 18 of them across the roof that make the vents.
Jesus Christ.
The ducts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, the cells are up here a bit.
We don't know if he's in there.
Nor do I would imagine if anything's going to be the most secure, it's going to be those. They do need ventilation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we won't immediately encounter a problem there.
Right.
So,
We may just have to scout and see what we find. I'm going to take the Ed Hardy lighter out of my pocket really quick. I'm going to hold it up, and I'm just going to flick it on.
what are you doing?
And turn it off. We're up on the top of the building, right?
I know.
Yeah. If Cyrus is giving us sniper fire, maybe he can see where we are. Just flip it on and off.
Okay.
And then pocket it again.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I know.
So pretty much with the map that I've given you guys, looking at the shape of this building,
Mhm.
just imagine about 3 vent entrances across, just down the whole square.
Mm-hmm. Thinking maybe we
We will make this map available
Okay.
in our Discord.
Thinking maybe we take probably always one of the closest ones, perhaps not maybe not exactly near the cells and operating theaters in case they are occupied. Perhaps bathroom, cold storage.
Maybe.
I say we drop down the armory.
If
I
we
was
can
actually
get,
thinking that too.
I mean, if we can get to it, yeah. I don't know if it's locked from inside, but yeah,
It's unlikely to be terribly well ventilated, but
we'll see. And I'll just
So you're going to choose the entrance roughly above the armory?
uh-huh.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, right next to the Lalush.
I think we're going to. The first thing we're going to do though is you said scout, right? We're
Well,
going to scout.
We go into the ventilation system.
Right,
All
okay.
diehard like if it doesn't collapse underneath us. I imagine it doesn't, unless it is very light.
Okay. So you open it, and it does go down probably about 6 or 7 feet, and then it branches off to the left and right.
Okay.
Be very light on your hands and knees.
And if you will
Oh no.
give me a moment, I also need to pull up the map for the ventilation system. This episode, we needed multiple maps.
Also, are we just dropping willy-nilly down this 6 to 7 feet?
I'm gonna
before
lower
we-
myself.
That's what
yeah.
I'm about to ask you.
Oh, geez.
You can see that it's about 6 to 7 feet down, and it splits.
Mhm.
So how do you guys want to proceed with that?
I was going to back to one wall, feet on the other wall, and just try to lower myself, since I don't want to just
Try to spider.
yeah, just
So, okay, give
down.
me dexterity and strength.
Real
With my
quick
extra
question for you,
dice.
Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
In my searching of their home, apparently, that I found they had ski equipment. Would I, by any chance, found rock climbing equipment as well? So
No.
there's no rope anywhere that I would have seen.
No.
You jerk.
It's just that one scene from Boondock Saints. We're all
5.
kicking ourselves over.
5.
Yeah.
So you are able to get down, and you get down to a T shape.
Right.
And you do see there is a vent to the right where you can look down.
Yeah.
And you do see an armory that is filled to the brim with racks and racks of guns and armor and special helmets that you have not seen before. And these guns are something else. You've never seen anything like them. Ladies, are you joining him?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'll-
Strength and dexterity.
I'm gonna keep my hand up just to help down if need be.
Yeah, I will not be able to get down on my own. I will need to be on somebody's shoulders or something.
Okay.
Full success.
Us, yeah, so many.
Yeah.
2, 6.
6, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to carry Mel with you?
I don't necessarily need to be carried. I just want to lower down onto somebody because then I
I
can
want
kind
to
of
carry Mel down with me.
Okay. So you carry Mel down with you. You get to the bottom T shape. And you are able to see into the same room, stocked with guns that you are unfamiliar with, armor unlike anything you've ever seen before, helmets unlike anything you've ever seen before. And this room is full.
Just full?
of people.
Of weapons and
Okay.
armor. It is the armory is so packed there's not even much space on the shelves for all of this.
Can we tell from this view if the door is locked?
You can't tell. It does have a keypad.
Oh, to get back out again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there is a door to one side. From where you're looking, the door to your left is the one that leads to that hallway beside the cells, and the one to the bottom leads to that suit-up gear room.
I can believe that there is going to be at least one kind of lock or another on everything in here, but
yes, we can either continue through the vents, or we can drop down and either see if we go in via the skies, or perhaps I damage the lock so they can't get in.
Storyteller, are there any like incendiary devices in the armory that I might recognize?
Nothing in here you would recognize. This is technology beyond any of y'all's understanding.
All right.
Do we want to make our entrance here, or do we want to continue through the vents? Or do you want me to damage the lock and then come back up?
I mean, I'm kind of like eyeballing all the stuff.
What can we
like-
hear below us?
You can hear quite a number of voices, not in this room, but just people milling about, going about their daily tasks, chit-chatting with each other, and make me a wits and awareness roll, Thomasina.
Two out of 4.
Okay, you do overhear a pair of guys talking, and as you kind of focus yourself a little bit to listen in, you hear them talking about, hey, did you go to the operating theater earlier? No, I saw them getting it cleaned up. I'm not really into watching all that shit. I just want to do my job and go home, you know? And the other one says, yeah, but like, you gotta admit, it's a little cool. And then they are gone.
What do you think? Do we go down, continue, grab disguises?
I think there's something going on right now in the operating theater.
What did they say?
Something's going on. That's it. They didn't say anything particular. They just said it was cool.
Oh, we could always use more gear, though.
But not if we don't know how to use it.
If we don't know how to use it, like I said, if we don't know how to use it, I can always damage the lock and then we come back up. Or we just continue forward with what we have.
Let's
I mean, damaging the lock sounds like a good idea in that the people that are in here wouldn't be able to get back to these items.
Does it look impossible to get back into the vent once we drop back down?
Yes.
Okay.
So as you're looking, you realize you are about 10 feet off the ground.
So like no climbing onto the shelves and back down, back up.
Nope.
Is there any way that we can go past the armory?
Yeah, you can continue
Yeah, we
down the way.
Can you throw some blood at it?
not with
The
any accuracy.
air shaft that you are in now goes forward up towards the lab
Yeah.
or back towards the cafe.
If I try to throw blood at it, I run the risk of just burning a hole in the door. I'm not that.
Really?
Well, yes, I have to have accuracy. If I'm just doing it from here, I can't exactly aim
No.
for the lock.
But I just didn't think about you melting the lock.
Yeah,
Forgot
I was.
about
All right, let's just keep going.
that. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
I say that we go. If Cold storage was a good idea, at least.
Okay, and worst case, if we are in trouble, we come back this way and grab things.
You said operating theater, though.
So that's what's going on there, but if we drop down in there immediately and there's something going on there, then we're immediately outnumbered.
That's fair.
Okay, then we go towards
Storage.
the cold storage, and then that's nearby the other things.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you make your way straight up, you crawl for a bit, and then you reach another vent that lets you look down. And looking down, you see a laboratory. There is a table with an autopsy being performed on a young man with long black hair and kind of medium build. And to the back of the room is a rack of bodies, all with the same dark features, long dark hair, hung from hooks on a moving rack.
Do we recognize them? Do I recognize them?
They look similar to La Sombra that you have encountered in the past.
I was going to say, this may be the, I'm whispering, but for the mic, for audio.
Yeah.
This may be the embraced mortals to be experimented on that Cyrus hinted at.
Yeah. So there is an autopsy being performed. How many examiners are in here?
3.
And they're just performing autopsies, so they're not. What is within reach of them other than the tools that they need to cut them open?
A lot. There's a lot in this lab. There's, as far as you guys would be able to notice, chemistry sets nearby. One of them is examining the bodies on the rack. There a lot of devices and chemicals and Bunsen burners and everything around them.
Are you looking for, security and stuff?
I'm looking to see how easy it would be to overwhelm these people.
Just drop down on them and wind up in scrubs. Do they have face masks on?
They do have face masks on.
Okay.
And from here you can also see that when you look a little further down the air shaft, at the very end it splits again. And then there is an offshoot to the left that you would imagine goes near the operating theaters.
What are you thinking?
I think if we go this way, we're able to overwhelm them and then go into the operating theater in uniform, so to speak, then we're less conspicuous that way.
What about cold storage? There wouldn't be anybody in the cold storage, right?
No, there wouldn't, but then we'd just be in cold storage and still look like us.
Perhaps we see what is waiting for us in operating theater before we make our way to operating theater.
Maybe. Yeah.
We can always come back.
Okay, so you guys are making your way to the operating theater?
Just looking down vents as we go along.
So you go down, there is no other vent until you hit that way. There is one that shows a hallway that just has the doors for the operating theaters. And then in the branch off, you see 2 sets of vents that branch off. Do you want to go look in?
What do we hear from the vents?
From both of them, you can hear a little bit of excitement. The sound from both is kind of resonating within the air vents, so you kind of can't tell which one it's coming from.
There's no one giving a lecture or anything or speaking from a loudspeaker?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
And if everyone could please very quickly make me a willpower roll.
Two out of 4.
2 out of 5.
Five.
Okay. Darkness overtakes you. It hurts. If you could breathe, you imagine you couldn't. It's similar, Thomasina and Anton, to the darkness that overtook you when you were in your box. And then it's gone. After about 30 seconds, that darkness fades.
What the fuck was that?
I'd like to kick on Sense the Unseen almost immediately.
There is nothing.
Okay.
Are you going to move to look through the vents?
I'm nervous too, but what, you want to pick one? Pick the other?
Let's go. This is no. I don't know if this is a protection of any kind, but if it is, that means whatever is in front of us is worth seeing.
Okay, which vent are you going to look into?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. There's two of them. We could split, or we could just look into one.
Mel?
The first one you imagine looking at your map
Hmm.
would be Operating Theater 2. The other one is Operating Theater 1.
Okay.
I don't want to look into either of them, but I will follow whatever.
I'll look into Operating Theater 2.
I'll look into one.
I'll follow her.
2 is empty. It's currently being cleaned.
Okay. So there's...
At seeing it empty, what will you do?
You said it's currently being cleaned.
Yes,
How many-
there is a janitor in there mopping.
Just one janitor?
Yes, but it is a steep drop down as this is a 2-story room.
Right. Okay. Anton. There's someone cleaning this theater.
What would I see in one number one, though?
So she says this to you before you're able to get to one because there is some space in between them.
Okay.
Do you want to ignore her and continue to go to look in one?
I'll just say 1 second, and I'll go look into one.
Anton, please make me a composure and resolve check.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay. I've actually got a decent amount of that.
Yeah, you've been rolling great. Me and Thomasina, on the other hand.
Blood potency.
I might need to do something about that.
7. With one critical.
God.
You can barely hold it together, but what you see below you is Aaron, strapped down to a table with belts over every joint, sleeping, and a doctor gesturing for people to come get him as he begins to clean his equipment. And that is where we are going to leave off for this week. Thank you guys again so much for joining us. Make sure to check out atlbynight.net for more information and resources on helping during this current situation. And remember always that Black Lives Matter, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.